Hey, how's it going? It's the Polk here. Welcome back to my continued playthrough as Fang in Victoria 3. If you like what you see today, please like and subscribe. Those thumbs up really help me out. Without further ado, here's your video. 10% compulsory. Hmm. We need more bureaucracy now because it's starting to affect our taxation. We have a lot of people. Um, I think it might just be a radical thing. I don't know. Vacuum canning might be able to produce food for cheaper. So we're doing it with fish right now, but we could do it with iron. We could do it with oil. Oh, right. It says it's not really going to be more profitable, but it might. Who knows? Wish we could get rid of these. I guess we could. We could buy them and then get rid of them. Bananas. I hate this. We'll take a step back. Oh, almost 6K in interest. That's great. Love it. I love that for us. Beautiful. And they're slowing down on their building. Great too. Love to see it. How's our migration doing? Still getting 30K a year. Great. Everything's great. Things fine. I'm gonna go ahead and build this other government admin building. We can pull in oil from the Prussians. Bring that down a little bit. Maybe help this out. Can we export groceries? No, nobody wants them. Okay, so the extra production that we got actually did not help us at all. So I think I'm gonna go back. We're gonna stick to just canning with fish for now. And I can cancel this trade route for the oil. Like, don't need to trade iron apparently anymore. I'd love to get more of these luxury clothes out the door. Nobody wants them. What about regular clothes? Not really. Well, we don't produce a whole lot in mass. Clothing's the one area, and food and clothing are the two areas we do. Tools is another, but everybody produces tools. You need tools. Arms as well, apparently. Amazing. We should be get rifling already. Oh, we're getting repeaters next, so we'll be producing even more guns, which is good. Um, pause. My goodness. Okay, what's the issue? So infrastructure is low. We can rectify that ourselves because railways right now are using. Yeah, there we go. Bump that up. We'll wait on the steel cars. That should help with the infrastructure. Yep. This, are we embargoing Russia now? No? Oh, we're just at war with Russia. Okay. Russia started it, looks like. They want foreign investment rights. They want a treaty port because I guess the largest land border in the world, whatever. I mean, I think that's actually Canada, but super huge land border wasn't good enough, and they want war reps from King. That's great. How's our independence desire going up? Okay, it's going up a little bit. Can we get Spain to support our independence, maybe? No. Can we get anything from anyone? Or are we just screwed? French Republic. Maybe Persia? No. Russia. Nobody loves us. United States? Gino? Cordial? Nothing. No options. Our GDP is probably going up because we are producing all the guns for all the things. All the things she said. Through my head. Oh wow. That's trash. Oh no. Oh, why do they do this to us? Why? You're in a war and you're like, hey, guess what? Fend for yourself. Oh, come on. We just got we just got everything under control, bro. Everything's about to go terribly wrong. Okay, so we have 690 buy orders of grain. If we have our own market, I believe. Okay, so now we need to look at consumption and geez, this could turn out to be good for us, could also turn out to be horrible for us. I'm gonna have to unscrew everything. So let's start looking at what's expensive. Liquor's expensive, not surprising. So we need 84 liquor. We'll get 200 if we switch this over, and we only have one state, so we really don't have an option. It might be better to import. We have a deficit of 500 iron, so we need to import a ton of iron. We need a ton of convoys for any option, which sucks. So we're gonna have to prioritize our convoys. We're using a crap ton of convoys luxury clothes, but it is making us way too much money. I don't know how we're getting trade routes with Prussia without using convoys. Oh, because they're right next to us. Okay, so Prussia's probably going to be our savior here. So we need to import and export as much as we can from Prussia alone. So as far as grain goes, can we import grain from Prussia? We can. It's somehow going to take 177 convoys. So here's what we do. We're producing a ton of food. Or we have the potential to produce a ton of food. We have 127 buy orders, which means that we have way too many factories. Which means we pull this down to just sweeteners, and we pull this down to just jars. We're now producing 81, consuming 127. We could bump this up to just sweeteners. Then we need a little bit of sugar, which we could probably do with bananas we have. Sugar from that. Okay. That gets us up to 117 out of 120. That's reasonably affordable. Then we can do pot stills. Pot stills would let us get 100 liquor out of the 80 that we need. And possibly we could go up to baking powder. That would mean more sugar, more groceries, more grain. So what about this? We have a fishery. This makes the most sense. We're going to take a little bit of iron, less grain, less sugar, to produce a little bit more groceries. This should be good for food industry, I think. Okay. Now we go to textile mills. So for textile mills, we're producing 1.5K clothing. We consume 239. Is there an export market for this? There's a ton. And our prices, 169 productivity is insane. But what we need to do is reduce our consumption of goods that we don't actually have. So, for example, let's just pop this back down to nothing. And in fact, I don't think we're going to be able to support these, but we'll see. The only thing we really need to keep up is probably mechanized stuff because we don't have a ton of population. So we're now producing 641 clothes with 240 by order. Way too many clothes still. We have too many textile mills in our country, so we're going to have to export. Can we get silk from somewhere? Maybe. Let me see. Do we have silk? We might have silk. Any. Getting our silk from somewhere. Might not be. It's insane that they would. It's not actually showing me getting our silk from here. Just saying that it's affordable suddenly. So we'll just leave it at that. We're still overproducing clothes quite substantially. So what we need to do is figure out how we're going to get our fabric. So we're going to need to import fabric to get clothes. Again, I think it looks like China's going to be the best one for that. Of course, we need. $767, yeah. So we'll import from China at a wonderful profit. Actually, it looks like, why can't we do the Prussia one? I understand. There we go. I think it needed to update. So we can get our silk from someone. I think we're gonna have to cancel the luxury clothes. I don't think we can, man. We're just gonna overproduce a ton of clothing if we do that. So Russia's gonna be our best bet in terms of lowest convoys, but when we're talking about profit, it makes more sense to go with Britain. We'll do that. Of course, we gotta export these guys. Someone canceled the trade route. No, we didn't. That one's gonna kind of suck. Just wait, because we were relying on exporting to the Chinese. Furniture. We're overproducing luxury furniture quite a bit. So I'm gonna pull this back to 40. That's about what we need. And then for actual production, we're good there. We're consuming coal, cloth, and wood. Should be good. We might need to import wood. Don't really need that much glassware. We're using dyes. We don't have dyes. Or get it from Prussia. We're using tin sulfur. We'll get it from Prussia. Grain's gonna be big one that we have to kind of pull it on. Russia. Already did the cloth. Need a little bit of wood. And we'll try to go through stuff. Just prioritize glass production. Even then, we're producing too much glass, so we're leaded glass. Oh, we're good. I want to get away from you. Tooling workshops are about to collapse completely because we don't have iron, steel, coal, any of that. Where can we get coal from? That's the real question. We're gonna need tons of convoys. Coal. Austrians look like the best. Well, King looks like the best bang for the buck, honestly. We are importing already, which may be fine through Prussia, so we'll stick with that one for now and see where that goes. Yeah, we're working on the wood, and then of course the steel is going to be our own production. But our mills aren't going to be able to push out enough, so we're going to need to supplement that through trade. So Prussia again will help bridge that gap. Keep tools profitable. The issue is we have far too many tools. Now we need to export. And I think Prussia's going to be our best bet on that too. We're going to need so many convoys. Not going to be fun. Could go down to crude. Get rid of the need for. We'll see where we're at. We're going to have to kind of hit play and let things unravel quite a bit. Paper mills, we're producing not enough paper, so we're good. So we get it from for the cheapest, Russia. Steel mills are going to be producing a good amount. Motor industries are subsidized, so we're those tools super cheap. Military shipyards, I don't care about. Bump that back to get more realistic. Consumption, arms industries. Honestly, needs more. But we can export. Send them to Prussia. These industries kind of afloat, but there's going to be a lot of unemployment there. These rice industries are going to go up, and I'm going to have them produce a little sugar. Lead mines are good. They don't have explosives, so we're going to pull back on those. Probably pull back on hardwood high. We don't produce steamers. We don't even have besides military ones. But we're going to need that, so we might need to export steamers, or we are, I think. Need another. All right, let's watch our economy collapse. Surprise, there's a famine. You guys know there would be a famine when you don't have food? All right, guys, we're bringing it in. Coming. There's the lack of convoys and wood. I'm using Prussia to supplement. I think we stopped the famine though. Yeah, mostly. Now we have to discuss how our GDP is terrible. The food industries are profitable. We'll need more iron. Look at where our trades are for iron. So we're pulling in as much as we can from Prussia. Of course, that's not going to be good enough. I think we should just cut it on the silk here. I'm going to kill that trade. And same thing here. I'm not going to worry about exporting those clothing. So we're going to go to just regular clothes here. It's going to suck because these are probably going to get, downgraded. But we could probably just export regular clothes to Prussia and make up some of that profit. But we need to get our convoys back for stuff like those are usage. So lowest number of convoys is going to be Russia for 131, but only for 50 more convoys we can get it from King. So we're most of our convoys are going to come from pulling in iron and then hopefully and coal. I don't know why the coal is costing convoys, but most recent trades aren't. Cloth is very expensive. Keep rolling. Not much we can do here. Subsidies are killing us right now. I mean, only 6K of it. Rid of that trade. Okay. We're capped on iron because of convoys. So we fixed most of our shortages though. Solid. Now we need to look at, can we export something? We need to really. We go to baking powder. Then got rid of the jars. That might help. And then tools, since tools are very deep right now, I think we could probably go down to wrought iron would be bad. Need more wood. Can we export tools to anybody for a profit? And yes, but not at the cost of convoys. They're downsizing the tool factories right now. We'll go towards hand assembly here. Well, hand assembly might be the goal for most of these. Production and yeah. Get rid of some of this automation and we might be able to power through this. We're using less of everything. Namely iron and coal. Crank. That one. Good. It's funny because I'm spending so much time doing this, and I guarantee you that they're gonna pull us back into their market post haste, and then I'm gonna have to undo all of this. Need all of. Yeah, it would be far more profitable to pull back on the hardwood. We're strong there for donkey. Fishing wants to stay where it's at, and railway. I don't know if we can afford the infrastructure drop. Okay, let's see where we're at now. I like that they're going to build fertilizer plants, but after we build guns. Because they're already stuck into the gun thing. They definitely should work on some way for the private sector to go, oh, wait a minute. That is a terrible idea. Changed. Stop building something that was profitable before. Because it's a terrible idea now. Okay, they have 18 million and they're wasting a ton of money. What I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can do some privatization of things. And maybe, just maybe, not the gold, they will buy some stuff and get us out of this debt spiral. No promises though. Our taxes are pretty mid right now. I don't want to mess with the standard of living too much. I'm very concerned that we're going to have a mass immigration, people leaving. So I'm trying to keep things palatable for standard of living. There's a meat shortage. I mean, I'm sure Prussia has a little bit of meat. No, not worth it. Liquor's a little expensive. We could look at that. As long as we've got like one solid industry doing really well, then I think we're good. Okay. Iron's actually okay. 16% isn't too bad. Grain's pretty expensive still. Could look at pulling in more grain. Looks like this stuff's kind of balancing out, so we can get rid of this one. Probably, I don't know if we can get rid of that one. We don't need steel. We produce that ourselves. We might be able to get a trade agreement with Prussia. No. Yeah. Good middle ground for the wood. Alright. Considerable exports would be sending furniture to Prussia and sending tools. Go to king with it. We also just had a major party switch. Hey, how's it going? It's the Polk here. Thanks for watching my playthrough as Lan Fang in Victoria 3. Stay tuned for more and subscribe if you liked what you saw. Also hit that like button. Have a great day.